Afghanistan's humanitarian crisis is intensifying as winter deepens across the country. Years of conflict, economic collapse, prolonged drought, and mass deportations from neighboring countries are now colliding with severe cuts in international aid. Humanitarian agencies warn that millions of Afghans face crisis-level hunger, with women and children the worst affected, and the situation expected to deteriorate further in the coming months.
Across Afghanistan, winter has brought freezing temperatures and shrinking livelihoods to a population already struggling to survive. Daily wage work has dried up, food stocks are running low, and humanitarian assistance is failing to keep pace with growing needs. An estimated 45% of Afghanistan's population, around 21.9 million people, will require humanitarian assistance in the coming year, according to the Afghanistan Humanitarian Needs and Response Plan. More than 17.5 million people have been prioritized for emergency support, with over one-third of the population projected to face crisis-level or worse food insecurity during the 2025-2026 lean season as defined by the Integrated Food Security Phase Classification. This marks a sharp deterioration from last year, forcing families to survive by depleting essential livelihood assets. The crisis has been compounded by one of the world's fastest-growing returnee emergencies. Around 5 million people have returned to Afghanistan this year, including more than 2.6 million deported from Iran and Pakistan following tightened migration policies and deteriorating protection conditions. Many returnees have been pushed back into districts already facing poverty, drought, food shortages, and limited access to basic services, further overwhelming local capacities, particularly around Kabul.
پس مجبوری از بدبختی فهمید اینجا زندگی میکنیم. اگه از واسه ما چیزی پورا باشه که میکنیم. ما فهمیدیم دل ما هر چی میخواه که بکنیم. حالا اینجا باد میشه، باران میشه، فهمیدی چی میشه، خب مجبور هستیم بچه خود بغل خود میگیریم، زود باشان زندگی میکنیم. بچه گریان میکنن که بابا سرده، یخه، اینجوریه اونجوریه، خب مجبور هستیم میگیم باشیم چیکار بکنیم.
Food insecurity has also been worsened by ongoing drought. Nearly 80% of rain-fed wheat crops have failed in several regions, leaving families without food reserves for the winter months. At the same time, sanitation and hygiene conditions are deteriorating. Around 25% of households rely on unimproved water sources, while 37% lack access to soap, increasing the risk of disease outbreaks alongside hunger. Health facilities across the country are reporting a sharp rise in malnutrition cases, particularly among children. Clinics treating acute malnutrition say patient numbers have doubled due to the influx of returnees and the collapse of household incomes.
نسبت به سالهای قبل که مهاجرین اینجا نبوده، نصف از اون تعداد مریضای ما زیاد شده و در این منطقه که ما کلینیک داریم، مهاجرین پاکستان نسبت به ایران زیادتر هستند و اکثریتشان حتی خانه ندارن.
For families already affected by unemployment and economic collapse, treatment offers only temporary relief.
2 سال است که ما اینجا میم به علت سوء تغذیه متوسط است. دیگه علت از اینکه بچه ما دچار سوء تغذیه شد، اولی مشکلش مشکلات اقتصادی، بیکاری، دیگه درست رسیدگی کردی نمیتونیم به غذای زیاد.
While needs are rising, humanitarian resources are shrinking. The World Food Programme warns it is not sufficiently funded to respond to the spiraling crisis. For 2026, humanitarian partners require $1.71 billion, a 29% reduction compared to 2025, even as they aim to reach more people through sharper prioritization and efficiency gains.
1/3 of the population are experiencing acute hunger, and that is 3 million more people than last year. So the situation is dramatically worse than last year. What we're finding is a confluence of factors. There's a drought in the north. Malnutrition is rising exponentially. We have the return of 2.5 million people this year to Afghanistan, the forced return. All these things are coming together to create a perfect storm for Afghanistan.
At aid distribution sites, supplies remain limited and queues long. For some families, assistance has come for the first time after months of hunger.
یعنی می دفعه اوله که دنمی گوشه بیشه ها که متر گوشنه و تشنه خواهی کس از ما این صدای منو نمیشنوه دیگه. من موری یک دروازه که یک حق خدا برای از ما بید یک 4 طفل دختر داریم دیگه سرپرست نداریم زمین نداریم کارگر نداریم همطور افتیده ایدیم گوشه بیشه ها. یعنی من دفعه که اولین باره که من کمک میرم خیلی خوشحالم دیگه.
Humanitarian agencies warn that without urgent international funding and sustained support, Afghanistan's hunger crisis will deepen further through winter. With drought, displacement, and aid cuts converging, millions of Afghans remain at risk of sliding deeper into hunger and malnutrition.